Jedrick, when you're done with that, you can write your name under your chair. Perfect. Good job. Everybody, such good spellers and such good writers and good handwriting. That's so good. All right, we're going to be reading a book together today. And our book today is called Dan and Rex. Dan and Rex. What's the title of our book? Dan and Rex. Do you have any pets that you take care of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I have 3 dogs. I have 3 dogs and a cat.
Do you have any pets that you take care of?
Yeah.
You do? What are they?
2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 dogs.
Jedrick, do you have any dogs?
There's a guy. 3 dogs and 1 cat.
Okay. All right.
My
So,
cat died.
oh, sorry. I have 2 dogs that I take care of. I have 2 dogs. So we're gonna read in this story, Dan and Rex. We're gonna read to find out what happens to Dan, his pet cat, Rex. That's right. But before we read, there's gonna be some words in here that I want to make sure you understand what they mean, because I know you'll be able to read them like you read on your review sheet so good, but I want you to make sure you know what they mean. So when a reader is a strong reader, not only do they know how to read the word and what the word is and what the word says, but they also know what the word means. That's so important. And that is called vocabulary, when we know what the words mean. So one of the words in this book is the word kid. Yep, a kid is like you, like you're a kid. A kid is a young person or child. What are they called? A kid. A kid.
Under the age of 10.
Oh,
They're
okay.
a kid.
Officially. Harper, officially. Okay, there's also a
Rug.
rug. A rug. A rug is like a piece of thick carpet or material that we use to cover part of the floor, and then we might put a rug like on the front of the door or the back of the door or down a hallway or in the living room.
Or in a bathroom.
In a bathroom.
That shows rooms.
Yes, it does show. In this picture, it shows a bathroom in a rug in the bathroom, and when we put a rug in the bathroom, and especially when we have like tile floor or a cold floor, it helps keep our feet a little bit warm. Yeah, it's called a rug. What's it called?
Rug.
Rug. That's right. And then we have a pin. And a pin is a thin piece of metal with like a kind of a sharp point or tip at the end. And we use it a lot. Like teachers will use a pin a lot to like put something up on the bulletin board or put something like on a cork or something like push like a map. We'll push like a pin into the map and it stays right where it's supposed to stay. What's it called?
Pin.
Pin.
Box.
And then there's a box. And a box is a container that it usually has 4 sides. And lots of the boxes are like a rectangle shape. And it has a cover and a lid, and we can put things inside. We can put rocks inside. We can store things inside.
We put ourselves inside.
You can.
Yeah.
You can put yourself inside. You can play inside of a box. That's really fun. You can ship gifts to people in the mail using a box as well. Okay, so this is what word is this?
Yeah.
Box. So these are the vocabulary words that are going to be in the story. Kid, rug,
pin,
box. That's right. Okay. So in our story, Dan and Rex, I'm going to give the book to you, and then you're going to open it up to the title page. Can you open it up to the title page?
Title page right here. The title page.
You got it. On the title page, and I want you to point to the title on the title page and read the title. Dan and Rex, and then I want you to find the author's name. Find where it says the author's name, and you.
Jen Jones.
By Jen Jones. That's me. I wrote the book.
You did?
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
What's your name?
Jen Jones. All right, so it's so fun. You get to read my book. So here, when you read this book today, you get to read it on your own. We're not going to read it together. We're not going to popcorn read. We're not going to oral read. You're just going to read it just like you did with your caterpillar voice. Start on page 1. Where do you go after page 1?
2.
Page 2. Where do you go after page 2?
3.
When you start reading on page 1, where do you start?
Right here.
Right here on the first word at the top. When you get to the end of the line, where should you go? To the second line. When you get to the end of the second line, where should you go? To the third line.
And then you go here.
That's right. And I just want to make sure you know how reading goes. So I want you to read this story called Dan and Rex. And here's what I want you to do. When you read this book, you're going to be putting all your phonics skills into action. You're reading a story with some words that have capital letters at the beginning. So, ding, 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 that should tell you that words with capital letters at the beginning are
A name.
name.
Name right here.
And those are important people in the story? Yes, important people in the story. Remember that we capitalize the first word of a sentence because that tells us it's the beginning of a sentence. And those are important people, places, and things. And then what else I want you to do is I want you to use your sound skills. So if you see, when you see spellings, you say the sounds. That's what readers do. They see the spellings and they say the sounds. Like you're going to see a TH in this book. We learned TH when we spelled the word they. But when you see a TH in any word, you need to say in the word. Okay, like in the first word of this book. Are you ready to read?
Yeah.
Okay, you read in your caterpillar voice, and I'm going to listen in to each of you. Go.
This
Oh,
is
shh, quieter. In caterpillar voice.
Dan, and his pet cat is Rex. Dan sits on
Yes, you're right. Oh, look at me, Harper. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. You can read the sounds now. This is how you read the sounds. Yep. Read the sentences. I like the way you got to read the book again. You remembered what I told you last time, didn't you? Yes, we'll talk about this story right now. Okay. We'll do this first. All right, close your book on 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Good job. I love the way you read every single word from left to right. I love the way that Natalie, when she skipped a word, she went back and fixed it. She started to say he sat on the rug, and then she went, no, he sat on the red rug. That was really, really smart. That's what good readers do. They go back, they don't skip any words at all. I love the way Harper went straight into reading the sounds on the sound page as soon as she got to the sound page, right? When we see that grid of letters, we go straight into reading the sound, and she did that. And then Michaela and Brooklyn started rereading the book again without needing to be reminded. That was really smart. And Jedrick, you were taking your time, right? And making sure you read every single word correctly, and that was really, really smart. And so what I would normally do is not ask comprehension questions on the first day because they just got through reading it for like the decoding portion, but we're going to do just a little bit of that today. So Natalie and Harper, you're going to be turn and talk partners. Michaela and Brooklyn, you're going to be turn and talk partners, and then Jedrick and I, we're going to be turn and talk partners. And I'm going to ask you a question from the book, and I want to see if you can find the answer. I want you to find the answer. I don't want you to tell me the answer. I want you to find me the answer. I want you to find the evidence of the answer, okay? So the first question is, and you're going to turn and tell the answer. Don't raise your hand. You're going to turn and tell your partner to turn and tell the answer to your partner and find the page where the answer is. The question is, where does Dan sit? Find it in the book, where the book tells us, where does Dan sit? What does it tell us where Dan sits? Where does he sit? Where does it say?
In the red rug.
Did you say the red rug?
Yeah.
Kiss your brain. So good. All right.
On page.
Oh, good. Yes, it is on page 2, isn't it? It tells us Dan. It says Dan sits on the red rug. That's what good readers do. They find the answer. They find the evidence in the book. Next question. What is on the rug next to Dan? Go find it. Go find it. Go find it. Yep. What does it say? A pen sits upon the red rug. Good. Kiss your brain. All right, next question. What does Dan do with the pen? Find the answer. Find the answer. Find the answer. What does he do with the pen? He puts it in the box. Tell me, but show me what do Dan and Rex do at the end of the story? What do Dan and Rex
Sit on
do?
the carpet and read the book.
Brothers, they do one more thing at the very, very end.
Eat food.
Let's find it. Let's not make up answers. Let's find it, what the author tells us. What do they do?
Take a nap in the
They
bed.
get in bed and
Take
take
a
a
nap.
nap. Okay, close your book.
I was looking at this one.
What? Oh, okay. Hand me your book. What's the name of our book today?